Welcome back. Today's video is simply what do you do if the exponent is a zero? So let's go through a pattern in exponents to figure out what an exponent of zero will always be. I know you're thinking, duh, it's zero. But when you have something to the zero power, it actually is never zero. So let me prove to you why. I'd like you to write these down as I go. We're going to start with a really easy base to think about, like 2. So over here I'm going to write 2. Let's think of an easy power. How about 2 to the 4th power? Remember, this means 4 2's are multiplying, because the 4 is the little bossy guy and he doesn't do any work but boss the big guy around, and the big guy, the base, does all the work. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 4, that part makes 16. Now let's keep going down an exponent. We're going to keep going down until we get to an exponent of 0, and we'll see what happens when we get to 0. How about 2 to the 3rd power? That means 2 times 2 times 2. Well, I know that this much is 4. 4 times 2, 8. Okay, let's keep going. 2 to the 2nd power, 2 times 2, which is, of course, 4. 2 to the 1st power, 2. Now, watch what happens when you get to 2 to the 0 power. When you go down an exponent number, what is happening to these answers? What happens to 16 to turn it into 8? It divides by 2. What happens to 8 when it turns into 4? It divides by 2. From 4 to 2, it divides by 2. When you're going down an exponent number, you're dividing by 2. What about when you're going up? This answer was 2, this answer was 4. Didn't it multiply? This was 4 and it became 8. It multiplied by 2. This was 8, it became 16. It multiplied by 2. So when you go up an exponent, you multiply by 2. So down here, 2 to the 0 has to keep following the same rule. All exponents follow this rule. 16 divided by 2 is 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 4 divided by 2 is 2. What's 2 divided by 2? This means 2 divided by 2. And 2 divided by 2 is not 0. You'd have to divide, subtract to get 0? That doesn't follow the pattern. You have to keep following the pattern. So what is the answer every time you have an exponent of 0? 1. Every time there's an exponent of 0, it means the base number is dividing by itself. Let's try this with 5, just to prove it one more time. Over on this side, 5 to the 3rd power means 5 times 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. 25 times 5 is 125. What if we go down one? 5 to the 2nd power. That means 5 times 5, which is 25. If we go 5 to the 1st power, that's 5. What would 5 to the 0 power be? This time the base is 5, so instead of using 2's here, you use 5's. When you go down an exponent to get from 125 to 25, you divide by 5. To get from 25 to 5, you divide by 5. So here, this means 5 divided by 5, which is 1. Again, same thing. It always equals 1. So you might want to write up here, what is the rule for the power of 0? A number to the 0 power equals 1. It's always going to be true because it's always going to mean the base is dividing by itself. And any number divided by itself is 1. Let's look at the bottom of the page. Are we done with this page? So down here, 0 powers always equal 1 because the number divided by itself, I cannot write today. The number divided by itself equals 1. 8 divided by 8 is 1. 5 divided by 5 is 1. Okay, join me please on page 12. On page 12, I really only want to do 3 questions. Number 14, number 15, and number 17. So I'm going to scroll this down. Remember, this is page 12. We're going to do just number 14, just number 15, and just number 17. I'm going to do number 14, and you're going to do number 15 and number 17 on your own. So number 14, this says 16 to the 0 power. Remember, that does not equal 0. You can't follow the pattern ever and get 0. That means 16 divided by 16, which is 1. Anything to the 0 power is 1. You do this one, and you do this one tonight, and I'll check them on Monday. Have a great weekend, folks.